It's time to welcome someone new to this channel and to the Trackmania Live. He casted for one of the biggest organizations that recently joined Trackmania Grand League, that being Team Secret. His name is Javzo, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to the Trackmania Live. How is life at the moment, Javzo?
Thanks. I'm doing fine myself. Not too much going on besides, work and stuff like that.
I mentioned that this is the first time on this channel. I guess the hardcore scene knows you, but for people that might not know you, I'm going to give you an opportunity and give them an opportunity to get to know you. Can you introduce yourself? What do you do in Trackmania? What do we need to know about you?
Well, to summarize it a little bit, I'm a tech player for currently Team THE, playing for their second lineup, and I love to play tech competitions with them. Furthermore, I am quite recently as well solo player for Team Loud, so I've got that going. And besides that, I love to cast occasionally, and recently I started casting for Team Secret.
And can you tell us how much did you cast in the past? Because I saw someone hitting me up and saying that Javzo is like maybe one of these surprises to see in the casting Trackmania Grand League. But can you tell, when did you cast the first Trackmania match and in what year was it?
It was actually legit this year. I started, I believe, at TMM. Yeah, basically I started casting with like the THE matches, the team I was playing for. And well, that's kind of evolved into more kind of different matches in probably only the tech scene. And now this is with Team Secret, the first thing outside of the tech scene. So.
But then how much of the Trackmania Grand League do you know? You said you mentioned that you are a tech player, you casted tech, but is it like you follow other stuff in Trackmania, or is it inside this tech bubble?
No. I follow TMGL a lot, for sure. I also played last season of OGL, so I'm familiar with the maps and things like that, and with the formats. Yeah, definitely.
And then how would you sum up your first step? How was it to cast it? I understood that you got some sort of short notice to actually cast it, but how would you summarize it now on a Wednesday, that is 3 days since you casted it?
Well, start off, I was really nervous, but yeah, I did not have a lot of time to prepare, so I went live pretty short beforehand, and I think that's something I'll definitely change. Just prepare a little bit more, because I have the possibility to do that now, and yeah, go live a little bit earlier, some more stuff to talk about. But the cast itself, I think it went fine. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about it, I think.
What was the feedback from the chat? Because Team Secret is a brand new org in this game, so maybe some of the fans of Team Secret have never watched Trackmania, but what was the experience the chat gave you? What was the feedback they gave you?
Well, that's actually a pretty good question. Well, I think most of them were kind of surprised on how the game worked, and it was pretty chaotic with all 16 cars, driving around, and crashes occasionally happening as well. Well, besides that, I think the format was pretty clear. So there weren't a lot of questions raised about that. Although you had the occasional comment about the point system being harsh. I think, yeah, that was about it. They weren't really they understood what was happening.
Yeah. For people that didn't see your cast, how would you sum up you as a caster? How would you describe yourself to a Trackmania player, as a Trackmania watcher? What is your way of casting?
I really like to really, calling out what's happening at the moment, and a little bit watching the surroundings. So let's see. I don't really know exactly,
Yeah, it's hard to describe yourself, right?
Describe. I think it's just like, calling out what's going on.
But then if you look into the future of Trackmania Grand League, you still have hopefully at least 5 more steps and maybe a playoff if everyone qualifies to that. How will you try to work on your casting? Is it going to be like, I take it as it comes? Will you prepare something special? How are you working between each Sunday?
I think I'm not sure yet if I have anything special, but like I'll definitely make a little bit of the preparations and summarize, for example, the steps beforehand and explain the format a bit. General stuff. Besides that, the interviews with Ivan as well. We need to work that a little bit out on when to do them, since I hit him up as well pretty short before my last time. It did work out eventually, but it wasn't that smooth in my opinion.
But can you tell us how much contact you have with Team Secret at the moment? Is it like they just wanted you for Trackmania Grand League? Do they want to have you involved in the future? Like maybe they want with Ebon? What is the relationship with you and Team Secret at the moment?
Well, right now, I believe it's for TMGL only, and I haven't received that much more information besides that for if they want me to keep it like for in the future. Yeah, that's definitely something to talk about, I guess.
But I mean, I mentioned this is the biggest or one of the biggest orgs. Yeah. I'm not really sure about how big they are outside Twitter, but I only care about Twitter and they have the most followers there. So I would say they are the biggest org. Yeah, how does it feel to get these sort of opportunities? Because not only can this help you maybe in Trackmania, but this can maybe help you overall as a profile in the esport world exactly. If this blows up. How important or how does it feel to get this sort of opportunity?
Well, like I already said before, I was extremely nervous, but now after the first step and the cast, it's settled a little bit. I think it's really amazing. I get an opportunity like this, and I'm actually really thrilled. So I'm looking forward to the next steps and hopefully a playoff as well.
Yeah. But you mentioned that you played OGL last season. Will you play it this season as well?
Yes, definitely. Although I must admit I have trained a little bit less than compared to last season.
Hello?
Well, one thing I really noticed with the new Trackmania is I am practicing a lot more alone instead of with friends and teammates. So that's definitely a big thing for me. And it's not really motivating to train alone.
But will you say that you have any goals for Open Grand League or?
Well, let's see. I think I'm not sure what I'm capable of with this amount of practice, but I would like top 16. I think that would be really amazing to reach.
Maybe then Team Secret get 2 Trackmania players in the future.
Yeah, if that would be possible.
Yeah, you won't say no, right?
Of course not.
But if you talk, and then if we talk about a wider perspective, what is your future in Trackmania? Do you have any plans about how long you want to play, what you want to do in the future, and if so, tell us what is your future in Trackmania looking like?
Well, right now I don't think I'll do a lot different since I'm still participating in quite a lot of events. I'm actually really looking forward to the next tech team event, which would be CPS, I believe. And hopefully cast some matches as well and stream a little bit on the side. I think that's about my plans.
Yeah, it sounds good, and sounds like if the CPS goes well, then maybe I have to invite you back on. And if you have any news about Team Secret, maybe signing a new player, you know where to find me. It's on Discord in the DMs, and then I will try to be the first one to break that news, right?
All right, of course.
But it's been a pleasure, man. And like I said to you in private messages, it's always good to have some new upcoming people in Trackmania Grand League, not only as players, but also as casters. Last season, we had the Geek stepping up, and we see where he is now.
Yeah.
This only helps the scene to have new profiles also in the casting world. So I just want to wish you good luck in the future and hope that the Team Secret opportunity is more than just Trackmania Grand League casting.
Yes, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, man. That's it for Javzo. Next up should be Ascons, and then Bren is after that.